This is the Federal Building. This is a fine place to have the Tea Party, don't you think?
Yes, it is, and I'm glad to be here with all these other Americans.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something. I noticed that your attire here is a little sparse. It doesn't take a lot of imagination to get your point across. You've emblazoned your chest with a bumper sticker that says "America Fights Back." What are you fighting about?
For our rights to be American.
Understand. I wanted to know if you had a specific area that really irritates you at this point.
Right now, like so many other people, it's taxes.
Taxes.
You know, I feel like King George is taxing us right now.
That's right. Okay.
Representation.
Okay.
And I think most of us are just sick and tired of it.
That's right.
And that's why I'm so happy to see that this is a success tonight. I was online before I came here, and it's happening all over the country.
All over the country. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's going to continue to happen, too.
Let me ask you something. Just the mere presence that you've graced us with, you know that you are considered. Excuse me. All right, somebody's now cutting in front of us here, our camera here. Thank you, sir. Now you know that just the mere fact that you're here, you're being labeled a right-wing conspirator by the Department of Homeland Security. You're just a citizen, for crying out loud, and you're trying to get your voice heard.
Exactly.
And this is what's going on. Instead of looking for the real terrorists, they're looking into the population, the citizen.
What you just said,
I'm a real threat.
Yes.
What you just said, I heard today for the first time.
You did.
And I cannot believe that.
Isn't it amazing?
I think they're just trying to steer,
it's a diversion.
Exactly.
It's another diversion, right?
Yeah. That's all it is. Smoke and mirrors.
Because you know, if you look around you, you see those officers over there. They are Homeland Security. They're with ICE, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement. But they're here along with local. Oh, that's right. Yeah. 220. Yeah, you want? All right. Okay. So I am. Well, here we go again. All right. We ought to get this guy sign a model release. So, in any event, I want to thank you for stopping by.
It's my pleasure.
And just for the record, one more time, give me your first name.
My name is Anthony.
Okay, Anthony. Thank you very much. Ready? Raw video from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Just one of the many of the hundreds of tea parties that are being held today on the 15th all across the country. And what we're doing now is we're talking to folks who are down here at the Fort Lauderdale Tea Party. Want to get their thoughts, find out what brings them to the party, if they have any particular concerns on their mind and they'd like to voice their opinion. So I'm going to let you gals go ahead. Why are you here?
I think our main concern is, people who work for their money, we shouldn't be giving it away to people who aren't working for it. That's exactly, we're here representing that.
Okay.
No preservation. No taxation without representation.
Okay. So you're not exactly for the spreading of the wealth, so to speak.
No.
Okay. All right.
This is about taxing up already. Lots of people just they can come out here and there's enough people that maybe that it's going to get recognized eventually. You can't ignore forever. There's 700 or so different protests around the nation going on. So if we're part of it, more people are going to see it. The bigger it is, the bigger the more chances it's getting recognized. They're all getting taxing up already.
How old are you guys?
18.
You're 18?
Yep.
Let me ask you something about your peer group. Do you have many friends who support you and what you think, or are they the other way?
No. Not at all, actually. Well, we have educated opinions. Nobody else has an educated opinion on anything.
Okay, so you're not a mind-numbed drone.
No.
Talk to you. You don't necessarily have to look in my direction. You can look in the camera. Okay. I just happen to be I get very ethnic, and my hands move around.
Okay.
I get into the lens. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready? Okay. We are here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. One of many tea parties, hundreds of tea parties all over the country from coast to coast, and everybody who shows up today has their particular reason for being here. And when it comes to entrepreneurism, it could be a very touchy subject right now for people who are in business, small business operators. One of those operators happens to be with us right near. What is your first name?
Eunice.
Eunice, what kind of a business do you operate?
Industrial supplies.
Industrial supply. How many people do you employ in your business?
One.
One? And that would be?
Myself.
All right. Do you have hopes and aspirations that this business is going to grow and that you're going to have employees?
Well, that was my hope, and it still is, but it's looking bleaker and bleaker every day.
It is. Now, let me ask you this. How long have you been in business?
11 years.
You've been in business 11 years, and you're the sole proprietor of this business. All right. And what do you think is the future of your business?
Well, right now, with the economy being what it is, everyone is giving excuses why they can't buy from my business because A, they have budget cuts or they're themselves under financial constraints. So right now, the future of my business is very bleak. It doesn't look well for me right now, and I don't see any help in the near future because with all the stimulus money that is supposed to be going out there, it's not going to trickle down to me. I know that. I have already done some investigation, and I don't see where anything is going to come to my way. The larger companies are getting, they're getting the benefits from it. Not necessarily big business, but larger than my little one.
Are you a business-to-business concern, or do you deal to retail?
I sell to other businesses.
I see.
So the direct end user.
All right. And as a result, since you're not making any sales, the local governments what state do you live in?
Florida, Broward County.
You live in Broward County, where we are right now in Florida.
Yes.
The city that you live in and the county that you live in, not to mention the state, are going to be without sales taxes generated from your business because you have no business at this point. What I mean by that is you don't have customers.
Well, I have a few loyal customers, but growth is nowhere in sight, and I have lost business from my existing customers, volume-wise.
And what's the message that you want to send today?
The message I want to send today that all of these promises and all of this tax money that supposedly is going out there, it's not really helping the little business. I don't know who's getting it, but it's going to big projects, and as a result, I go to meetings all the time, and the big projects are getting the money, not the little business. Construction, I sell industrial supplies and products. No single company that I know of is buying from my company, or are they interested in my company? They have their own customers, and they're the larger companies that are getting the business, and they're giving it to their friends and their customers.
I hope that your participation here today will hammer home the message that you're trying to